that behavior from Spring, saying that anytime anyone in our project uses this annotation, they have to make a conscious decision. Do I want to set read-only to true or false? Lazy bean resolution proxies. A couple of buzzwords there. So who's heard of lazy beans before? A few people. Lazy initialization. So it's a bit of background there. It's been around in Spring, I think, since 1.0 maybe, or somewhere around there, 1.02. Anyway, lazy initialization, everybody knows what that means in programming. And with Spring, there's this concept of saying that a bean will be lazily initialized. And that means you define the bean, you create the bean definition, for example, in XML or in Java config, but Spring won't instantiate that bean until it's first referenced by another bean, until someone manually, programmatically tries to retrieve that bean from the application context. So that's a lazy bean on the source side. And now we're talking about lazy bean resolution proxies. This is something new in 4.0. So now we're talking about on the injection point. In the past, it was on the source, so where you declared the bean. Now we're talking about where you want to inject the bean into. So if you're using @autowired or @inject and @lazy on your setter method or on your constructor, what's going to happen is this new support in Spring 4.0, if Spring sees @lazy there, it's going to say, aha, I need to create a proxy for that. So instead of creating that bean now, I'm going to dynamically create a proxy of the same type as that bean and inject the proxy. So that means if your code never actually interacts with that bean never gets created. But as soon as your code interacts with that bean, it's going through the proxy, and then it's going to be pulled out of the application context and instantiated. So basically, this is an alternative to two other options you've had until now. For many years, there's been the Spring Object Factory you might have heard of, and in terms of JSR 330, so common annotations for Java, like alongside with @inject,